Yeah, we bout to wipe the fog off the mirror, so you can see his reflection a little more clearer. When it comes to life, everybody got their own objectives, but we got to view Christ through the right perspective. Yeah, we bout to wipe the fog off the mirror, so you can see his reflection a little more clearer. When it comes to life, everybody got their own objectives, but we got to view Christ through the right perspective.
Through the right perspectives, yeah.
Yeah, through the right perspectives. Yeah, we got to view Christ through the right perspectives.
Through the right perspectives, yeah.
Through the right perspectives. Yeah, we got to view Christ through the right perspectives.
Greetings and welcome to another Perspectives. This is your man, Pastor Jay. Today we're going to kind of piggyback off of last week's Perspectives, talking about 21st century ministry. Now, I want to make sure I clarify something here. Don't get me wrong. I am not anti-tradition. I consider myself to be a neo-traditionalist. And what I mean by that is that I believe in carrying the traditional values of the church, the doctrines of the church that are Bible-based and can never be changed, but I believe in delivering them in a new and innovative way. You have to understand that Jesus never used the same method in delivering his message to his people. If you go throughout the Old Testament and New Testament, you'll see that he used different methodology. In the Old Testament, he was in the clouds and he was unseen, but in the New Testament, we have the revelation of Jesus, and then even after Jesus' death, we see his work in the disciples being different based on their personalities, their gifts, and their talents. Again, I like to challenge pastors to try to think outside of the box, to do ministry a different way. Do ministry in a way that's going to be relevant to the audience that you're trying to reach. For far too long, the church has been lax in using the techniques of the industry or even other churches because we've deemed them to be demonic or we think that they're not in line with biblical principles. But I would beg to differ. I believe that we need to use research tools like demographic studies, economic studies to be able to find out the characteristics and the trends in our neighborhoods. We need to look at other denominations, even other non-Christian faiths, at their methodology. Again, I'm not advocating taking someone else's theology and trying to bring it into the Christian church, but we must look at the different ways that are successful in reaching people. As Christians, we believe that we have a message of hope to all the world, but if we are not delivering it in a way that is going to be able to be received in a manner that people can understand and relate to, then our message is of no good. There is nothing good about the gospel message if it is not delivered properly. Now, this also means that we as Christians need to learn how to be more loving in our approach to non-believers. I was speaking with a pastor the other day, and he was raised in one background and is now a pastor in another denomination. And he mentioned how he doesn't normally let people know that he was raised in a specific denomination, because whenever they do, they start going in on him on how could you have ever left this church and this truth. But my friends, he was raised in that particular denomination, but he was never introduced to Jesus. And he was brought to Jesus by someone of another denomination. So what I want to encourage all of us Christians, whether you're Baptist, Methodist, Seventh-day Adventist, Episcopal, whatever you may be, remember that we are first Christians. If you claim to be a Christian religion, then your first obligation is to get people to know who Jesus is. Introduce them to Jesus. And once they've fallen in love with Jesus, you can introduce the specific doctrine that your church believes, as long as it's based on the Bible. Again, I am not anti-tradition, but we have to remember our priorities. We have to remember the climate in which we live. And right now, people are seeking truth, but they want to know love. They want to know Jesus. They need to know Jesus. That's the only way we're going to stop the madness that is going on in this world. But of course, if you read the Bible, you understand that the world has got to get worse before Jesus comes. So I just pray that you'll just do your part to help people know who Jesus is first, so that when he comes through the clouds, they'll be ready to see him face to face. This has been Perspectives with Pastor Jay. As always, we encourage you to visit our website, iampastorjay.com, as well as trulyblessedmedia.com. We like to get your feedback as well as interact with you and see how I can be a blessing and Truly Blessed Communications can be a blessing to your ministry. We hope to see you next week. God bless you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, we bout to wipe the fog off the mirror, so you can see his reflection a little more clearer. When it comes to life, everybody got their own objectives, but we got to view Christ through the right perspective. Yeah, we bout to wipe the fog off the mirror, so you can see his reflection a little more clearer. When it comes to life, everybody got their own objectives, but we got to view Christ through the right perspective.
Through the right perspectives, yeah.